Welcome to this video, where we're diving into the top 2 most valuable 1-cent wheat pennies, those classic copper coins that collectors absolutely adore. Even though wheat pennies were made by the billions, a few rare dates and minting quirks have turned some of them into true legends worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's get started. First up, the 1956 D wheat penny, a classic American coin that continues to fascinate collectors around the world. This coin, found in circulated condition, carries decades of history and stories through every mark, tone, and worn detail. As we begin, the obverse side introduces us again to the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. In circulated condition, Lincoln's features appear softened, with subtle flattening along the cheekbones and jawline. The lines in Lincoln's hair, once sharp and defined, now blend gently together, a natural result of passing through countless hands over the years. Even with wear, the portrait remains instantly recognizable. Above Lincoln's head, the word Liberty stands strong, though the edges of the letters may show light abrasion. This minor wear adds authenticity and tells the story of the coin's long journey. To the right of the portrait, the date 1956 appears clearly, with a D mint mark positioned just below it. The mint mark, though tiny, remains an important detail, confirming that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Below the date, the raised metal surface may show scratches, nicks, and natural circulation marks. These small imperfections are a signature trait of well-circulated wheat cents. The motto "In God We Trust" arches across the top of the coin. Though still bold, the letters show the typical fading seen on circulated copper coins from the 1950s. The field surrounding Lincoln's portrait contain tiny contact marks that reflect years of usage. These marks blend into the rich, aged copper surface, giving the coin its nostalgic charm. Over time, the copper has developed a natural mix of brown and dark red tones. This color blend is highly characteristic of circulated wheat pennies from the mid-20th century. Turning the coin to the reverse, the classic wheat ears design immediately draws attention. Each wheat stalk, once sharp and detailed, now shows smoothness from decades of handling. The fine lines within the wheat ears have softened, but their shape and structure remain easily identifiable. This gentle wear reflects the coin's steady use in circulation. At the top, the bold inscription 1 cent remains prominent, even though minor flattening appears along the tops of some letters. Just above it, United States of America stretches across the center of the coin. The letters here may show varied degrees of wear but remain fully readable. The motto E pluribus unum appears along the upper rim. Years of circulation have caused slight fading, especially in the thinner strokes of the letters. The reverse fields display a lightly textured surface, with tiny abrasions common to circulated copper. These marks add personality and depth to the coin. Along the rim, you may notice subtle bumps, small dings, and soft edges. All of these are normal for a coin that has been used in everyday commerce for nearly 70 years. Despite its circulated condition, the overall design remains complete and visually balanced. The wheat ears, lettering, and layout still capture the beauty of the original 1909 design. The copper surface may include darker spots or uneven toning, caused by exposure to air, pockets, moisture, and temperature changes over many decades. This 1956 D penny is part of one of the last years of the wheat cent series, making it a sentimental piece for collectors who appreciate American numismatic history. Coins like this serve as reminders of simpler times, when wheat pennies were common in pocket change and used daily for purchases across the nation. The wear on the coin tells a story. Every scratch, rub, and softened detail represents years of service in the hands of millions of people. Many collectors today treasure circulated wheat pennies because of the history they carry and the memories they evoke for older generations. The 1956 D wheat penny is not rare, but its charm lies in its classic design and the connection it represents to mid-century America. Even in circulated condition, this coin remains a wonderful piece for beginners, historians, and collectors who enjoy holding a piece of living history. As we examine it closely, the craftsmanship becomes more evident. The balance of the portrait, the elegance of the inscriptions, and the iconic wheat ears create a timeless design. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these pennies, yet each one has its own unique wear pattern due to its personal journey. Your circulated example carries an authentic vintage appearance, something that uncirculated coins cannot replicate. It has a well-earned, natural beauty. Whether added to a collection, used for educational purposes, or simply admired for its design, the 1956 D Wheat Penny is a meaningful collectible. This coin bridges the gap between past and present, reminding us how even the smallest pieces of currency can hold tremendous historical weight. Thank you for joining this in-depth look at the 1956 D Wheat Penny. If you'd like more long YouTube scripts for wheat pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, or world coins, feel free to ask anytime. Next up, the 1951 D Wheat Penny, a coin that has traveled through more than 7 decades of American life. This coin, now in black circulated condition, carries deep color changes and heavily worn surfaces that make it stand out as a true survivor of time. As we begin on the obverse side, you'll immediately notice the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. In this darkened condition, Lincoln's profile appears shadowed and aged, giving the coin a dramatic and antique look. The natural black toning is the result of copper reacting with its environment over many decades. Exposure to moisture, air, and handling slowly transforms the bright red copper into deep brown and eventually near black shades. Despite the dark surface, Lincoln's portrait is still visible, though softened by years of circulation. Details like the cheekbone, jawline, and hair curls appear smooth and gently faded. Above the portrait, the motto "In God We Trust" stretches across the rim. On a heavily circulated, dark-toned coin, these letters may appear slightly dull or lightly worn, but their presence remains clear. To Lincoln's left, the word "Liberty" sits in its usual position. The dark toning may make it blend slightly into the surface, yet the letters still stand out enough to be readable. On the right side, the date 1951 appears, along with the D Mint mark just below it, showing that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint. The numbers and letter may show smoothing but remain visible despite the dark coloration. The obverse fields of the coin are covered with tiny contact marks, scratches, and flat areas, characteristic of a coin that circulated widely for years. The black color highlights these marks, giving the coin a rugged and historic appearance. Turning the coin to the reverse, the classic wheat ears design appears even more dramatic against the deep-toned surface. The wheat stalks, once bright copper, now carry shades of black, charcoal, and dark brown. The fine lines inside the wheat ears may be faint or nearly disappeared in places due to circulation wear, but the overall shape and structure remain identifiable. In the center, the bold inscription "1 cent" stands strong, though some high points may show flattening. The dark color gives the letters a mysterious, antique look. Just below it, "United States of America" stretches across the reverse. Even with wear and discoloration, the lettering holds its place and adds balance to the coin's design. Along the top rim, the motto "E Pluribus Unum" can be seen, though the thin lettering might show more fading due to both circulation and the coin's dark tone. The reverse fields contain a mix of abrasions, tiny dents, and areas of discoloration. These marks represent decades of circulation, passing through hands, pockets, cash registers, and bags. The rim of the coin shows soft edges, small bumps, and rounded corners, all normal signs of heavy use. These imperfections add character and authenticity to the piece. This kind of dark black toning can form naturally when coins are stored in humid environments or exposed to chemicals over many years. While not rare, it gives the penny a unique and eye-catching look. Collectors often enjoy circulated wheat pennies like this because each coin tells its own story through its wear patterns and surface color. The 1951 D penny comes from a time when wheat cents were still widely used in everyday purchases, long before the memorial design replaced them in 1959. Despite the heavy wear, the layout of the wheat ears, lettering, and portrait remains balanced and visually appealing. The classic wheat design has a timeless quality that collectors still love today. The dark toning may reduce its technical grade, but it increases its visual appeal for people who enjoy old coins that look aged and historic. Every blackened wheat penny carries a unique tone. Some appear dark chocolate brown, others deep charcoal, and some almost pitch black. Your coin's coloration makes it one of a kind. As we examine the design closely, it's clear that even after decades, the engraver's original vision still shines through the worn surfaces. Lincoln's portrait may be worn, but the dignity in the design remains. The wheat ears may be softened, but they still symbolize growth and strength. This coin is a small but meaningful reminder of America's economic past and the millions of people who once used coins like this every day. Holding a 1951 D wheat penny in such dark circulated condition connects you directly to the mid-20th century, giving you a physical piece of history. For collectors, this coin is a great example of natural aging and long-term circulation, perfect for albums, displays, or educational videos. The black toning gives the penny an antique charm that uncirculated coins simply cannot replicate. Its aged appearance makes it stand out in any collection. This 1951 D Wheat penny carries with it a sense of history, stories of pockets, farms, shops, families, and everyday life across generations. Even though it's a common date, the personality of your coin lies in its unusual color, its worn surfaces, and its authentic signs of time. As we appreciate it, we see more than just a coin, we see a living artifact, a witness to decades of American life and change. Thank you for joining this detailed look at the 1951 D Wheat penny in black circulated condition. If you want more scripts for wheat pennies, nickels, world coins, or any other denomination, just let me know.